Hey there, everybody. How you going? So it's a new week and a new boss battle simulator. That is the only thing that's going on this week. So Pocket Adventure is done. The mini battle challenge is over. And the only thing we have going on this week is a new boss battle simulator. And it is Nick, the same, basically the exact same boss, exact same AI from the battle challenge mini. So we've had a week to kind of practice against that and understand a little bit of that AI before we tackle it in the boss battle simulator. And the AI is pretty much identical, which is nice. Unlike the last battle challenge, or sorry, the last boss battle sim, where they actually changed the AI to make it more ridiculous and more stupid, they did not do that this time. So they left the AI alone. It's the same AI as the battle challenge mini. Now, with that said, it's still not an easy boss battle sim, but we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. Before I get to the boss battle sim, I want to talk really quick about the Rerun banner that they put up. And they put these units up because they are bonus units in the current boss battle simulator. But my recommendation is these units are very easy to skip. And do note that it is a 100-point pity cost, so you have to do 100 pulls in order to pity either one of these characters. But they both are on the banner at the rate up of 1.5%. I've already done reviews on these two units, so you can check my backlog if you want a more thorough review. But the long and the short of it is Picnic Pooh, he's a good healer. He cures skill lock and SP lock, which are two, fairly common and debilitating ailments. So, and he's a good healer aside from that. His EX skill, unfortunately, kind of misses the mark because it's only a 30% chance for a buff extension. Considering we have White Rabbit now, who basically does, full uptime buff extension, Picnic Pooh just isn't really, that EX skill isn't really cutting it. Picnic Tigger is an AoE white striker. He, with the damage bonus in the current boss battle sim, he will do very well in the boss battle sim. However, the problem with Picnic Tigger is that his EX skill requires you to use his skill, which is very expensive. And so he's not going to be proccing his EX skill very often unless you have him at like LB3 with 20% SP reduction skill seed rolled up on him. He's just not going to be spamming his skill that much. So that really reduces his damage potential. So in my opinion, both of these units are a very, very easy skip. But obviously, if you're a whale and you want to do really well in the current boss battle sim, then you're going to be pulling for Picnic Tigger because he'll probably do quite well for you. And that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say on these guys. Easy skip. All right, as for the boss battle sim, first thing, let's just look at his immunities. So Nick is immune to attack and defense breaks, so no breakers. Breakers don't matter in this one. So that means it's kind of nice because it means, you can bring any of your damage dealers that you want to bring to the fight. And it doesn't matter if they have like an attack or a defense break on them. So you're not like having to pick and choose based on their breaks. Also, you can't afflict him with any kind of ailments, but that's pretty standard for most bosses. The damage bonus units, it's a pretty nice group of damage bonus units here. So the category is furry fighters. I love that. And you notice the 2-star and 1-star units in the bonus categories get 300% damage buff. That means you're quadrupling your damage, which is pretty significant. Like, that's pretty significant damage increase. Most people are going to be bringing Ukulele Stitch because he has a heavy damage EX skill. So that means he's going to be dealing a crap ton of damage for you. And it's very easy to proc that EX skill. And considering most of us got a free LB level on our Ukulele Stitch, there's no reason not to bring him. So everyone should have him and everyone should use him for the current boss battle sim. In a pinch, you can also bring Nick. Nick's biggest problem is that his EX skill only procs every other turn, so you're only going to get 2 EX skills for the 5-turn fight, so his damage is greatly reduced, whereas Ukulele Stitch, he can potentially proc his EX skill every turn. So you're getting 5 turns of heavy damage from him at that 300% damage bonus, which is, hella a lot of damage, basically. These 3 are pretty useless. I honestly wouldn't bring them. You can maybe bring Chip on a red striker day, maybe, but none of them have damaging EX skills, and so they're not really bringing in anything to the fight. But Ukulele Stitch and Nick can potentially see some action here in this one. The 200% damage bonus units are, of course, the new Stitch, Judy, which I love. I'm so happy to see Judy on there. She's one of my favorites, and she's also she's just I've over I've been playing since day one, and Judy has just kind of popped out randomly over time, so many times that I have her at +2, and I never pulled on her banner because she just kept popping out of like random Premier Gotcha pulls and other random pulls. So yeah, I'm very happy to see her. So she's going to be pretty much my main damage dealer every day. And then Honey Farm Pooh is actually a cool one to see here because he can actually deal quite a bit of damage too. So he has a very easy EX skill to proc that deals heavy damage, and he can potentially deal heavy damage every turn, which is really nice. So really cool to see him on there. You'll see a lot of teams using Honey Farm Pooh on their teams. And speaking of, we can just look really quick at the damage rankings just to get an idea of some of the teams that are in play. So the top teams are all pretty much using the same composition, using Old Bell for your critical damage, using Judy for primary damage dealer, Ukulele Stitch, Honey Farm Pooh, and New Bell for the attack boost. So you're pretty much, all your top teams are going to be using Old Bell for the attack buff and the crit buffs, and then either New Bell or Dancer Goofy, like me, if you don't have New Bell, for the attack boost. So if you want, those top damage scores, you got to have an attack buff and an attack boost buff to get that extra attack buff on your party. And then you're just basically filling it out with damage bonus units. Like, that's the thing about damage bonuses is it overrides strikers, because the damage bonus just deals so much more damage than striker damage does, because damage bonus applies to all the damage that you deal, whereas strikers, the bonus only applies to the skill that says it's dealing that colored striker, which is why damage bonus units will always be better than strikers in boss battle sim. So if you have enough damage bonus units, use them instead of your strikers. It's gonna win every time. But yeah, there's a Dancer Goofy. So yeah, I mean, all the top teams are basically using pretty much the same units. Hey, there's a Nick. All right, so somebody used Nick and got a pretty good score. Yeah, and so you're going to see a lot of the same units here in the top scores. My hope is that I can get over 700,000 because in my first 4 rounds, I got lucky. And he happened to do the right move set, and I was able to get a pretty good score. But this boss battle simulator is very, very RNG dependent because, as we already know from fighting against Nick in the battle challenge, what he does after he enters rage mode is highly, highly up to RNG. And so when you push Nick into rage mode, which typically happens on turn 1 for most people, he's going to do one of 3 things. He's either going to hit you with a triple jammer, which is the most common outcome, and that's the one that hits you with either paralyze, stun, or SP lock on your whole party. That's the worst possible outcome. The next potential outcome is he will do the dual debuff, which hits your party with an attack and a defense break, and it's a 50% break, which is pretty bad. It really reduces your damage and makes your units very, very squishy. And so that's another potential outcome. It's not the worst outcome. Obviously, triple jammer is the worst one. But the best possible outcome is, and it's a very small chance of it happening, but the best possible outcome is that he will simply do 2 single target attacks. And that's the best possible outcome because you don't have any breaks to worry about. You don't have any ailments to worry about, and you can just go on, go about your day dealing damage. And so that's what I'm kind of hoping for. Now, since I have the new Stitch, I can also get away with him doing the dual debuff, because then I can have my Stitch just clean the attack break. And we can go about our day. So that increases my chances of dealing good damage, and that's how I got my 670,000 score. But what I'm hoping for is I'm hoping for that best case scenario where he just does the 2 single target hits and allows us to just go about our day and deal as much damage as possible. All right, so I've got 6 tries left. We're gonna go ahead and burn them here, and we're just gonna, I'm shooting for a 700,000 plus score. Let's see if I can get it done. All right. Real quick, here's my team. So we've got New Stitch, we've got Dancer Goofy for the attack buff, the attack boost. We've got New Bell. Not New Bell. We've got Old Bell for the attack buffs and crit buffs. We've got Ukulele Stitch, who's here, strictly for damage with that damage buff or damage boost, and then we've got Judy, who's also strictly here for damage since she is a damage boost. And this is the team I'm going to be using all week. I don't care what the striker color is because all my units are damage bonus units, and those are the only ones that I care about. Dancer Goofy will be great on Yellow Striker Day, and Judy will be great on White Striker Day. But yeah, other than that, I don't care what the striker color is. Now, one of the things that was holding me back at first was just a lack of SP, especially on turn 1. Because I wasn't able to get off enough skills that I really wanted to, and I don't have my units, like my Old Bell and my Doofy are both LB2, so they don't have the LB3 SP reduction, which really helps you offload more skills. So what I was trying to roll on my units was either max SP or SP cost reduction, so that I can just unload as many skills as I possibly can. So I ended up rolling max SP on my Cute Alien Stitch. I got SP reduction, only 10%, but I don't have enough seeds to just sit and roll indefinitely, so I just took what I could get. Belle has max SP as well. Unfortunately, with Uke Stitch, I just ended up landing on this skill that had really good stats on it. I didn't want to burn. I didn't want to burn too many seeds on Uke Stitch, considering he probably won't see much use outside of this boss battle sim. So that's the one that I landed on. But I think it actually works really well because it gives him a defense buff on his EX skill activation, which pretty much activates every turn. And so this will make sure that he doesn't die because he is the squishiest unit on the party. So having that defense buff, I think, actually really helps. Judy has max SP as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think we have a total of 24 extra SP on our max SP. Now, of course, you only get 50% of that at the start of the battle, but that means I'm starting the battle with 62 SP instead of the normal 50, which allows me to use Judy, Doofy, and Old Bell all on turn 1. And so we're just starting right out of the gate, dealing a crap ton of damage. All right, so let's get in here. I've got 6 tries. I'm hoping for the best case scenario, and hopefully I can get over 700,000. Of course, the stars have to align. Everything has to happen right. We got to get all the critical hits. No one can die. You can't hit Judy, because if Judy gets hit, then she doesn't do her EX skill, right? So there's a lot of things riding on this, right? But yeah, we're gonna get in there, and hopefully one of these next 6 will work out. If the boss does triple jammer, I'm basically just going to bounce and come back and hope that he does either dual debuff or does 2 single target attacks. So let's see what we get. All right, so we're going to do these 3 skills, and yeah, the other stitches just attack, because with the damage bonus, even a normal attack deals a lot of damage. All right, so let's do it. Boom. Getting some critical hits right away. It's awesome to see. Nice, a lot of crits. Oof. Yep. Okay. So that's that right there is grounds for a restart, because that's the worst possible outcome. So let's go ahead and bounce out of there, and let's hope we get a better start. Man, already seeing less crits. That's not good. Ooh, there was a crit. Nice. All right, we still got about... Oh, yep. Okay, so we're getting hit by the triple jammer a lot. Like I said, that is the most common one. I think that one probably has like a 50% chance of happening. And then the remaining 50% chance, I think it's probably like 30 to 40% chance of getting the dual debuff and like a 10 to 15% chance of doing the two single targets. But yeah. All right. Come on now. Work with me here. Yeah, I want to see more crits. More crit hits. Nice. Oh, geez. Well, I got what I wanted, but it doesn't help when he hits frickin' Judy. I mean, good lord, both single targets went to Judy. That is just awful. Like, what? Ugh. So, of course, Judy's not going to do her EX skill now. That's great. Okay, so that's going to drop my damage down significantly. Holy moly. Oh, that's awful. All right, well, we'll go ahead and finish out the fight anyways. All right, yeah, there's just like... Oh, that's just crap. That is just such crap. All right, well, at least Judy can just do her her skill. Everybody else needs to defend anyways. Oh, that is just dreadful. I put her in the back thinking that she wouldn't get hit, and of course she gets hit by both of them. That is just awful. And she dies. Okay, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. All right. Well, we'll still, yeah. I mean, we'll do what we can here. I know. Let's just go ahead and do both of their skills yet. God, that's unbelievable. I can't believe I put Judy in the back and he hits her with both. Maybe I should put Judy back in slot 1. I cannot believe that. Yeah, that's... Oh, man. I can't believe that. All right. Maybe I should put Judy back in slot 1. I thought putting her in slot 5 would be the trick. All right, so who do I have back there? Nah, you know what? I mean, what are the chances of that happening again, right? Probably nil. All right, let's just go. God, I can't believe that. I got the best possible outcome, except the fact that he frickin' hit Judy. Oh my god. Man, where are my crits? Where are my crit hits? All right, dual debuff is fine. I don't mind dual debuff. So what we do is we do have to take this turn to just use Bell to buff. But then we'll do Stitch next turn to get rid of the attack buff for future turns. Okay, so now Stitch can go. Oh, we've already got our... oh, this is great. All right. We can do skill. Yeah, there we go. Let's do this. Get rid of the attack buff. Nice critical hit. I want to see more crits. Come on. Ah. We need more crits. All right. So now we need to do Bell again. I think we're probably... What are we doing on our attack boost? Yeah, I think we probably need to go ahead and do another attack boost. Yeah, we can't do that. So we'll do another attack boost here. Because, yeah, we want everybody's attack to be pumped up. Do I need to do another? Yeah, I do need to do another crit power. All right. Yeah, you see even like the normal attacks on these guys are doing a crap ton of damage. Especially when they crit. Like, oh man, look at that. Oh, that was a lot of crits. Oh, this is going to be a good run, I think. Okay, I think we need to do... Yeah, we need to do our crit buffs. Can I do both of them? I can. Oh, sweet. Sweet. Okay. I think this is going to be my best run. So as long as we keep hitting the crits, I think this is probably going to be the best run. Come on, crits. Crit hits. We need those crit hits. Oh, no, that should have been a crit. Oh, that was a good one. All right, so that was the last turn. That'll probably be our best run there. Nice. 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 774. Hell yeah. That was a good one. Nice. Oh, that puts me at number 5. Excellent. I almost certainly won't still be rank 5 by the end of it. But yeah, that was pretty good. All right, I honestly don't think I'll get a better run than that. I do have 2 more tries, but I doubt I'll get a better run than that. That was pretty much perfect. That was pretty much a perfect run. I could not have asked for a better run than that one, I don't think. Just a reminder, though, guys, you do want to try and at least hit 300,000 to get the fragments for the limit break stone fragments, so you can craft limit break stones. You also need the pixel bond, which you get from ranking rewards. So do at least try to get some, because you get some as long as you rank in the top 3,000. You at least get some pixel bond. And you need 100 pixel bond and 1,000 limit break fragments to craft 1 limit break stone, so just keep that in mind. Unfortunately, you don't get any pixel bond from the total ranking rewards, which, like, I feel like it's a bit of an oversight. I think maybe they meant for this to be pixel bond instead of pixel glue, because the only source of pixel bond that we have is just from the daily ranking rewards for the fragments. Now, I don't know, maybe that's on purpose. Maybe, maybe they want to limit the amount of pixel bond, but it's weird that there's pixel glue in the total ranking rewards, but pixel bond in the daily. It feels like there should be pixel bond here instead of pixel glue. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But yeah, anyways, I don't want to waste any more of your time, because I think I got the best score I'm possibly going to get. Even though I have 2 more tries, the chances are good that he's just going to do triple jammer on those 2. So that was the best possible scenario for me. Hopefully you guys have some good luck in this one. Hopefully the RNG is in your favor. But if not, my condolences. RNG giveth, RNG taketh away. So thank you guys so much for following me, and I will see you on the other side.